Okay, should be there now.
Yep.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll go silent again. Just sort out this final bits. Sunday Combat. Welcome everybody in chat. Welcome Africa. Welcome FGC lads. We're here again. CharlieWolf Gaming. It's a Sunday evening and guys want to play Mortal Kombat, and that's what we're here for, to see some awesome first to 5 Mortal Kombat 11 tournament action taking place tonight on CharlieWolf Gaming. As always, I'm joined by Brian. Look, Brian, how's it going this evening?
Good, thank you. I'm very, very excited about tonight's little Sunday combat, and it's always a cool one because it's a little bit casual, but in this case, it's also a little bit of a taste of things to come. So, leading into week 2 of Collision Course, this one's going to be very, very interesting to watch.
No, absolutely. I mean, I think Collision Course spoke for itself. I mean, we had it on Thursday night. We had a record amount of views, a record amount of likes, a record amount of people in chat at any given time. It was absolutely fantastic. Zambia at one point of the evening taking an 8-1 lead. Only for it to be completely turned on its head in South Africa going into week 2 leading that particular series by 9 points to 8. I don't think anybody would have expected it to happen, but yeah, it's happened.
No, it was absolute madness. I haven't experienced excitement like that on stream ever. So, and I think that the format is so cool. You know, we've got Zambia versus South Africa. The guys are playing for national pride. There's a lot on the line, and it was just lovely to see how the guys really sort of got involved and are now, especially after week 1, really sort of feeling the team vibes. So that's really cool. Mr. Mike, smile. I see you. Hello, buddy. Hello, Andy Tam. Thanks so much for tuning in, buddy.
Okay, I see that the live stream still has the old name there, Brian, so I'm just going to go and change that.
No problem.
And immediately thereafter, we're going to get the first matches underway. The first matches, as you guys can see, is between Timeless Dawn and Velvet Overkill.
Yes.
In a first to 5. Now, I know this will excite you quite a bit, Brian, because Velvet Overkill...
We're going to see a Mr. Khan.
We're going to see the true Khan himself.
We're going to see a true Khan on screen, yeah.
Going up against Timeless Dawn, and I think both of these guys, if I'm not mistaken, were part of a recent Elimination Chamber tournament, if I'm not mistaken. That's the first time I got to see Velvet, and I think Timeless Dawn, I haven't seen too much of, to be honest with you, but definitely heard quite a bit about him, and I'm definitely looking forward to exactly what's going to take place tonight.
Yeah, both these guys have got prolific reputations, and yes, I remember that Elimination Chamber, and I remember seeing Velvet Overkill's Shao Kahn and taking some notes, and I know for a fact that Timeless Dawn is no pushover. So yeah, straight from the get-go, first match of the evening is going to be a doozy. And then after that we have a man who competed in Collision Course just on Thursday. Mr. AI Killjoy himself had a great showing at Collision Course. His opponent at the moment to be confirmed, but whoever it is, it's going to be a killer match.
Well, I can tell you for sure that both Zaza and Muchi, who were scheduled to take part tonight, are unable to play this evening. I just received confirmation from both of them now that they are not available. So guys out there, if you are willing to test your Mortal Kombat skills against AI Killjoy tonight tonight is the night.
You know, Mr. Seawolf, if I was on PS4, I would jump at that opportunity. I would have my ass handed to me, but...
Well, that's the fun of it, isn't it? I mean, it's
Yeah,
the one
you
way
gotta
to
learn.
make sure that you are, or rather to find out whether or not you are at the level you think you are, and no better way to find out than going up against one of the best.
Exactly. If you want to be the best, you need to play the best.
Well, there we go. It's as simple as that. And then finally, match number 3, we've got the return of the doctor, the coach, Parasurama, going up in a 1-to-5 friendly against RDW 17.
I'm so looking forward to that match. As you say, Mr. Parasurama, the good doctor himself, back from a bit of a hiatus, going against Mr. RDW, who is... is that him in the chat right now?
I'll have a look. I'm sure he's there. He's normally here just about in every chat.
Riyad Daniels. Yeah, there we go. There we go. He's giving himself a lot of love in the chat, which is good.
I
not
think he's a friend. I don't think Riyad is RDW, but I do know that he's a fan.
Well, he's clearly a fan. He's clearly a fan. Riyad Daniels is definitely shouting for RDW. Well, he's going to have his work cut out for him. I know that Parasurama has been hitting the old virtual gym, so that's going to be quite a match.
Okay, so while that's taking place, I'm just getting the guys in the Koth lobby.
Guys, if you know anybody who isn't watching, who should be watching, get them in the stream. And while you're at it, close chat for 2 seconds and please hit the like button. That would be greatly appreciated, and it helps the channel out enormously. So we would really appreciate it.
I'm also no longer going to refer to Andy Otam as either Mr. Make a Smile or Andy Otam. I'm going to refer to him now as Mr. 1000 because
Mr. 1000.
in the FGC community, Andy Otam, Mr. Make a Smile, is the first streamer, to my knowledge, to have reached 1000 subs. So, Mr. 1000 Otam is in chat right
Mr.
now.
1000 Otam. I like it.
Okay, we've already got Velvet Overkill. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Velvet Overkill, Valved Overkill.
I don't know. I'll say Velved, you say Velvet. One of us is going to be right.
Well, let's hope so.
You never know. Gamer tags, man. Gamer tags. Nobody really knows except the player themselves.
Okay, we're busy getting his opponent in now. Guys, remember this is a 1-to-5. And then we're also looking for somebody. We've already sent a couple of invitations out for somebody to put their hands up and say, you know what, I'm going to gladly take Zaza and Moochie's place, and I'll be more than happy to take on AI's Killjoy this evening in a 1-to-5. We're just waiting for that person to come through. But for now, I think we've got enough MK action to get us going, Brian.
Certainly. And I see the chat filling up as well. It's very nice to see you guys. Carlisle Marshall, I see you. Tristan Klutter, welcome. Mr. Solly himself is there. Andy Otam, Mr. 1000, says thank you. Charlie, you sly fox. And of course, the Shelder God.
Sly Wolf. Not the Sly Fox. It's a Sly Wolf.
Andy Otam, you have been scolded. Consider yourself chastised. And then, of course, the Shelder God himself is
the
also...
The Shelder God. Sheldon. Always good to see you in chat, buddy.
He's here for the good doctor tonight. Well, there's plenty of support for the good doctor and plenty of support for RDW, so that third match is going to be a killer. But for now, we've got 2 people in the Koth ready to rumble.
Jugga, bro.
I got to be careful when I say that. I might get sued.
I doubt it. So we're already seeing the Shao Kahn on screen right now, guys. We are seeing Timeless Dawn probably hovering over spawn right now. But yeah, he's gone for the Nightwolf pick. which I'm sure will kind of catch Carlisle Marshall's attention in chat. I know he's a very avid Nightwolf player, if that's the right description, but yeah, he plays Nightwolf.
Nightwolf and Katana, I believe.
Nightwolf, Kitana, Fujin. I've seen quite a bit of his footage, and he plays quite a few characters at a fairly high level as well. So, Carlisle, as soon as we are able to put something on Xbox together, I'm sure you and your community will gladly get involved in the CharlieWolf movement as well. So, watch the space for now, and we might just get you involved as well. But for now, it's Spawn versus Nightwolf.
Yeah, no Shao Kahn on screen, but I'll have to deal with that. But these are two cool characters as well. We all know the damage that Spawn can dish out, and Nightwolf obviously got a few tricks of his own.
Well, there's the one thing coming in already, and I mean, the shoulder guard is going to be looking at this with quite a high level of interest here, because we know that the shoulder guard plays this variation of Nightwolf as well. Short drop into the overhead, great cancel, but great grab tech. Ooh, unsafe there, unfortunately.
That's the problem with old Spawn. A lot of what he does is unsafe, but if you can use his superior movement to your advantage, then that sort of thing is going to happen. Just one little touch, 337 damage, but here's Nightwolf getting a bit of momentum of his own.
Oh, that could have actually been a crushing blow there. Opted not to go for it, unfortunately. We will see if that's going to work.
That could have been punished, but missing out, unfortunately. Maybe a little bit of first game jitters. And here we go, round 2.
Yeah, Nightwolf taking that first round and taking it, I won't say comfortably, but at the end, pulling through. Again, lands that overhead, going to force a breakaway here. Ooh, suffered all the damage already. And Nightwolf looks like he's meaning some business here. And I'm sure Sheldon's looking at him saying, go, Nightwolf.
Oh, getting caught by that overhead. That's going to hurt. Oh no, he drops it. Such a useful projectile that Nightwolf's got in this variation.
Oh, this is a crushing blow here. Could this be death? Could this be death?
Could this be death? Only Spawn can do it. No, forces the breakaway.
But I think that's going to do it. One round apiece. Quite nicely by Velvet Overkill at the end there, pulling it back after having quite a bit of a deficit to overcome.
Well, that's the thing about Spawn. A deficit is never really that intimidating because it only takes one combo. But here we go, Nightwolf again. Oh, misses with that projectile. Spawn moves in, and we're going to see some more big damage. No, he drops it.
I think this is going to be maximum damage here. No, he drops it again.
Oh, he drops it again. That's about 80% that he's left on the table.
Yeah, unfortunate there, because I think at that point he was in the best possible position to close it out. But unfortunately, Nightwolf was given an opportunity, and he took full advantage of that Timeless Dawn. Now taking a 1-0 lead over Velvet Overkill, and I believe, Brian, you might just get lucky. You might just see.
I think I could. Unfortunately, Velvet Overkill probably feeling pretty irritated with himself after those 2 drops, because I think that definitely it very well could have given him that game. But well done to Timeless Dawn to have the presence of mind to go with that momentum and take that round out. Now hopefully I see a Shao Kahn. No, a Garrus.
Well, we've seen Spawn, now we've seen Garrus, so it's quite clear that Velvet Overkill kind of favors the big body characters.
The thick boys.
I'll choose not to use that particular description, because whenever you hear the word thick, I think about Sindel. So, yeah, no, the big body characters. Let's just leave it at that.
Alright, fair enough. Cool.
Andrew Solomons with the emojis. Nightwolf is OP. Tristan Clutie, thank you for the subscribe. Really appreciate it, buddy.
You are not the first Nightwolf to face me.
Alright. Let's see what we got
20
here.
people in chat. That's awesome to see.
I love it when guys watch the intros. Kind of like it adds a little bit of spice to the match. Oh, Garrus doing what Garrus does. Still
Sheldon, if you are still in
character.
chat, anything that you can observe here that this Nightwolf should be doing? I know that you are a student of the Nightwolf So maybe just tear up that chat, Sheldon, with some advice to not just Timeless Dawn, but any other Nightwolf players.
Yeah.
You know, Sheldon, I don't want to, you know, make you feel like overly good about yourself, but we all saw that set you had against Atrocity.
I was about to mention that.
And all I can say is, dude, you were looking like you were on fire in that set, so you've obviously been doing something.
Mean as hell.
And I'm sure the guys in chat who like Nightwolf maybe want some of your secrets there. But for now, the Geras pick looking fairly good for Wild Overkill.
Looking pretty strong. But yeah, just to sort of reiterate what Mr. Seawolf said there, check out Sheldon's channel as well. If you're in the chat, drop a link, Sheldon. Yeah, hectic sets against Atrocity the other day. Enjoyed watching that.
Paul the Conqueror, unfortunately, Mr. 5000 is not competing today, but one of his Zambian compatriots in AI Killjoy is definitely going to be here in match number 2. His opponent is still due to be confirmed, so if Mr. 5000 is listening and he's available, you might just get lucky because we are still waiting for an opponent to be confirmed for AI's Killjoy.
And while Mr. Seawolf has been explaining all that, this Geras has been running amok. Valve Overkill almost sort of landing at will at this point, but Nightwolf has got something to say about that.
Not over yet.
Oh my word! I did not see that coming. That I thought was Valve Overkill's round for sure.
Zain Majid, I see you in chat. They're RDW's biggest fan, Riyadh.
Well, you've got a little while to wait, but stick around. There's some good matches in the meantime as well.
Great
lovely present from mine.
Yeah, it was an absolutely perfectly timed interrupt there with the down 4.
Yep, good stuff. Oh, lovely neutral jump. Gets that combo going, and now this Nightwolf is just looking unstoppable.
Well, he's got Geras exactly where he wants him, in that corner, and fighting his way out, but...
It's too little too late.
Possibly, but you never know. This is Geras we're talking about. He's got access to that sand trap.
There's a crushing blow.
Judo chop, crushing blow, and suddenly both of them are in fatal blow territory.
Judo chop, crashing blow, I like it. Ah, that's gonna end it. Unfortunately, the judo chop, not enough.
Too little, too late, and Timeless Dawn says, you know what, Geras, I'm here. Go back in time where you belong, because you don't belong here. Eat my fatal blow, and at the same time, suffer a 2-0 deficit. Timeless Dawn looks like he means a bit of business here tonight.
He does, but Valve Overkill, I think, is going to sort of have to start reflecting on his gameplay. It's not like he's getting trounced.
No, he's not.
He's making a few silly errors. I think if he can iron those out, he's definitely in with a chance.
I see the Raiden extraordinaire Dizzle in chat.
Hello, Dizzle.
Dizzle, please send me a pamphlet to that lab that you've been going to iron out your Raiden, because whatever you've been doing, wherever you've been labbing, seems to have worked, buddy. So I want some of whatever it is that you're taking to get your level up to that level that it suddenly is now. We had some fantastic games last night, Brian, myself and Dizzle. And
yeah, you mentioned.
His Raiden is looking scary AF.
Well, Raiden is definitely a character that I have a soft spot for, so I would like to see that. If you've got those replays, post them. So we see another Geras pick from Valve Overkill.
And I think it's probably because he felt that he wasn't really out of that game.
Certainly not. But he is breaking my heart, but it's fine.
I'm sure that if we're going to see that score move to 3, we might very well see the Shao Kahn.
Oh, that sand trap. That sand trap is oh, it's so easy. So easy to catch people with that sand trap. Yeah, we're gonna see a bit of damage now. Valve Overkill working his way back into and drops the combo again. Nightwolf starting to do his work. Lovely throw tech. Nightwolf with all the momentum now. Got Garrus in the corner, and he's going to close that out rather easily. We saw another dropped combo there from Valve Overkill, so he's going to have to stop making those little errors if he wants to win, if he wants to get into this.
And I wonder if it's got to do with a little bit of not being too used to the characters, because I must be honest with you, every other time I've seen Valve Overkill on stream, I've seen the Shao Kahn pick. So I don't know if he's experimenting with different characters and just trying to see if he's got potential pocket characters that he can always call upon. But at this point in time, he needs to be looking at the character that he feels most comfortable with. And I think, from our point of view, that character is Shao Kahn.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you. His Garrus is not looking weak by any stretch of the imagination, but and neither was the Spawn. But just those little errors creeping through, costing him big time, because Timeless Dawn is punishing everything that every time Valve Overkill makes a drop or leaves himself exposed, this Nightwolf is on him like a fly on a turd. So he's got to watch out.
Oh,
he got that crushing blow. Fatal blow.
And that's going to do it for Valve Overkill, taking round number 2 there. And
Time stops for no man.
I wonder. I mean, we have said that these games have kind of been fairly close. Everything seemed to work in Timeless Dawn's favor, at least up to this point. But could this potentially be the turning point?
Could very well be, but like I said, Timeless Dawn just doing such a great job of just being on point with his punishes and really taking advantage of every mistake that's being made here. But now we see Valve Overkill doing that a bit of his own now. Got Nightwolf in the corner.
Unfortunately, the neutral jump.
The old neutral jump.
And 297 damage for about 5 hits.
Not bad at all.
Those are game-changing combos there, and I mean, the fact that Nightwolf actually managed to connect that combo should be of concern to Valve Overkill. And again,
and that's going to finish it out. We're going to go to 3-zip. Valve Overkill's really going to have to look at things carefully now and decide how it is he wants to approach this next game, because it's a bit of a mountain to climb at this point.
Okay, while we're waiting for the next game to start there, Brian, I just want to mention something about Mortal Kombat 11. Obviously, we've got news now that there's a second Kombat pack coming out in a month's time. And we're obviously wanting to get as many of the community members involved as possible. We obviously have got the PS4 circuit going, we've got the PC community who's quite active on stream as well. But we don't have the Xbox community yet. I just want to send a special shout out to Carlisle Marshall in chat. And the reason I'm saying that, Brian, is he's here purely because he loves Mortal Kombat.
Yep. And he has been. I've noticed him in chat. I don't know. I can't even remember how many streams back now, but he's always there.
Yeah. So just Carlisle Marshall from our side, really, just a big thank you for just supporting the cause of the community, and guys like you that just show up here for the love of Mortal Kombat, and I mean an example to so many of others to follow as well. So Guy, to everybody in chat, but specifically just for tonight, a special thanks to Carla Marshall for actually just pulling through so often without any interest from a playing perspective, but definitely here for the love of Mortal Kombat. So thank you for that, buddy.
Shao Kahn.
Well, here's your moment.
This is the turning point right here. You've just got to pick Shao Kahn, and you've already got the psychological advantage in my eyes.
Well, the character that he's facing in Nightwolf is a pretty badass himself, so I'm not sure how intimidated the Nightwolf is going to be, but Shao Kahn opens him up now, and this is going to do a fair amount of damage, 338. That's a bread and butter combo for Shao Kahn, isn't it?
That's one bar. That's not even optimal. He gets more than that for one bar fairly easily. So, yeah, he's another one of those characters. He only has to touch you a few times. It can be very hard to open characters up with him, but once you do, they crack like an egg. But this Nightwolf, obviously very, very mean. Manages to close out the round there. But Valve Overkill will notice that Timeless Dawn is not getting the flawless block on that second hit to the forward 3-4, so he is going to start spamming that now, and when it does hit, it's going to hit hard.
I think what I'm noticing here, great grab tech there from Valve Overkill, is that, you know, he kind of seems to be very keen on actually getting in.
Yeah.
So I think a little bit of impatience possibly creeping in here, where he should potentially be playing just a little bit more patient, trying to maintain his space. He's kind of going in, and when he does go in, that's when he's getting opened up, and opened up he gets once again.
Yeah.
And that Shao Kahn pick was made to look like a fairly comfortable one if you were Timeless Dawn.
I 100% agree with you, and what I would like to see if he does go with the Shao Kahn pick again is to perhaps stagger that forward 3-4 a little bit more, mix it up a little bit more. I didn't see him going for the throw at the end of that forward 3-4 much, so yeah, there's definitely a lot more that he can do, and like you said, I think that he has been a little bit over eager at this point, so he just needs to kind of slow things down, let Nightwolf come to him, let Timeless Dawn make the mistakes, and then capitalize. So, but I mean, at this point, Timeless Dawn looking pretty unstoppable, so he's going to go into the next match with a lot of confidence, and those mistakes are not really going to come when you're playing with that kind of confidence.
Well, he's gone back to Shao Kahn, and kind of makes you wonder, you know, I haven't seen anything in the last match to convince me that Shao Kahn is going to turn the set around. And you're almost kind of asking yourself here, maybe you should have just gone with the Kahn pick up front. Because he might have taken a game or two to get into the swing of things, but now he's taking a game or two being 4-0 down. Probably not the wisest move, but anything is possible. It is Mortal Kombat 11.
Yep.
Comeback factor is real.
Oh, starts with the shoulder charge immediately. Catches a lot of people when they aren't expecting it. Now goes for the grab. Let's see what he manages to do there.
Priest comes out this time.
Got that buff out. So, gonna have to be very, very careful. Once again, not staggering that forward 3, just over-committing in a way. Not in a way, just totally over-committing. So,
yeah, he went for that crushing blow attached to the Dark Priest buff there, and I mean, that crushing blow and block is unsafe, and he got punished accordingly. He should have gone for the grab there, and I mean, Timeless Dawn is not even aware of the flawless block gap, like you said earlier, but he's having things his own way, so unfortunately, Timeless Dawn looking rather comfortable in this set, and unless there is a minor miracle, Valve Overkill looks like he's going down without putting his name on the score sheet, so...
Yeah, that's kind of how it's looking at this point. If it's going to turn around, it has to turn around right now.
As our esteemed colleague and friend in the FGC, Mr. Shao Kahn, would say, you hate to see it.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Once again, just over-committing. And now, Nightwolf closing in on a 5-0. Oh, lovely delay there on the projectile.
And he's
now
just hounding him with this 1-1. No punish there.
Oh, once again commits to the forward 3-4.
And it's as
Yeah, and
simple
that'll
as
do
that.
it. And that will do it. That's a 5-zip for Timeless Dawn. Valve Overkill, I think, gonna feel a little bit upset with himself, because I know for a fact that he's a much better player than what we've seen on stream tonight. Maybe just feeling a little bit out of sorts, and Timeless Dawn taking full advantage.
Well,
full advantage.
Now that I mentioned this, and I'm realizing now as I'm seeing this match come to its conclusion, this is actually Valve Overkill's first appearance on a CharlieWolf gaming stream.
It is indeed.
The last time I saw him on stream, I was in fact a guest commentator on AK Slay's stream. So this is in fact the first time that these guys are appearing on a CharlieWolf stream, both of them. And I think Timeless Dawn probably just a bit more comfortable. Valve Overkill probably just looking like he had a little bit of time that he didn't get, that he needed to just get used to the occasion, I guess. But take nothing away from Timeless Dawn. I think he played out of his socks.
Absolutely.
And gave Valve Overkill very little chance in that set. It wasn't, I think if you look at the set holistically, it didn't look like a 5-0.
No, it certainly wasn't a trouncing by any stretch. But at the end of the day, Timeless Dawn has got himself a 5-zip, and he can be proud of himself for that.
Okay, Panda Bear, I see you in chat. Panda Bear, Panda Bear, Panda Bear. Can I please ask you a favor?
Big favor.
Please just acknowledge in chat that you can hear what I'm about to ask you before I actually ask on stream. Panda Bear, come in, Panda Bear, YT, the Cetrion. There we go, Panda Bear. Panda Bear. I can hear.
There. He can hear.
Okay, so AI Killjoy was due to go up either against AI Zaza or Puizis or Puizy F or whatever he's known as, or AI Muji, both of who cannot make the stream tonight. Are you willing to play AI Killjoy in a 1st to 5 and showcase your Cetrion to Carlisle Marshall? Please
Come on,
let me
Mr.
know.
Panda Bear.
No pressure, by the way. You just want
All
it.
the pressure, Panda Bear. We need this. We want you, buddy. Now, these guys obviously had a few interesting sets on Thursday last week, having played in Collision Course. So, yeah, I would love to see a little bit of a run back of that.
Every time you mention Collision Course, Brian, it just, I don't know, that memory is like, it's like I want to just relive it again.
Yo, Mr. CharlieWolf, I can tell you in no uncertain terms, that has been my absolute favorite stream so far. And they're all awesome, so that was like super awesome 1000.
Well, I mean, listen, for those of you who are in chat, I just want to make mention of the fact, and I think I might have mentioned it before, that was our most viewed, most liked, most well-attended stream in the history of the channel. It was just absolutely fantastic, and you know what, we're not going to spill the beans just yet, but myself and Brian, we're working on something super special for you guys, and it's going to be absolutely game-changing. So just watch the space for now. I'm not going to let anything. I'm tempted, Brian. I must be honest with you. I'm tempted, but I won't.
Not yet.
No, not at all. Not at all. But guys, watch the space. Let's just stop
watch
there.
the space, and guys, and keep tuning into Collision Course, because it's just going to get more and more mad as the weeks go by. As Mr. CharlieWolf said earlier, we were looking at a match last Thursday where South Africa were 8-1 down going into the third round, and then managed to take it 8-9 to go into week 2 with a 1-point lead. I don't think anybody saw that coming if they'd seen the rest of the stream. Zambia were steamrolling, and yeah, a few crucial wins by the SA boys brought it right back, and now going into week 2, wow, we've got a tournament here.
Well,
I think somebody was calling it even the Olympics of Mortal Kombat in the chat last week.
Absolutely. Dark Skin Bruce Wayne, you need to see that stream. Click on the CharlieWolf Gaming channel, and it will be the most recent video before this particular stream. In fact, it was streamed on Thursday evening. It is called Collision Course South Africa versus Zambia Team Battles. It's a 3.5 hour stream, and throughout that 3.5 hours, for which there are timestamps in the description of that particular video, check out the matches. There were 6 high pass matches for you, including actually that match wasn't on stream, but it's definitely one of the crucial wins that you spoke about from the South African team. A 3-0 victory by Panda over AI's Muchi, which was part of the reason why South Africa was able to bring it back. So, guys, it was a fantastic stream, and as Brian has said, keep tuning into Collision Course for the rest of the month of October, because it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm still waiting for Panda, to confirm, are you going to be able to play tonight, Panda? Yay or nay? Please let us know if we're going to be able to see your wife on stream.
Russie212 says, I want to see some Mat 5 Bio in action again. That will be happening this coming Wednesday in Collision Course Week 2. Mat 5 Bio will be one of the boys representing South Africa, along with the good doctor himself, Parasurama, who is set to fight in match number 3 tonight.
Yeah, and don't forget, we talk about the return of Parasurama. We're also going to see on Wednesday evening, representing South Africa alongside Parasurama and Mat 5 Bio, the return of I Am Grooti.
Return of the Max.
SA boys.
Yeah.
Rashi, welcome to the stream, by the way. Nice for you. Nice to see you here.
Yeah, guys, and if you haven't already, close the chat for 2 seconds, hit the like button, and come straight back in. We would really, really, really appreciate that.
Okay,
and if you're not
Bear,
subscribed,
yay or nay?
Do that. Panda Bear has gone quiet. Guys, just another big thank you to everybody who's joined us tonight. 23 people watching at the moment. Thank you, guys. It's Sunday evening. We really, really do appreciate your time. It's awesome to have you guys here.
He said he can't play. Is that Dark Skin Bruce Wayne answering for Panda Bear?
Not sure.
Sheldon, are you still there? Do you want to play Killjoy?
Fight.
At this point, if Scooby-Doo wants to play Killjoy, I would probably accept.
Dude, if I had a PS4, I would play Killjoy.
Oh, okay. I see you in chat. Panda Bear says he can't.
Oh, unfortunate. We do understand.
Let's just see on my friends list. We've got Atrocity in.
It's online.
He's online. You know what? I'm going to send him a PSN message. I see Killjoy has joined us in the Koth lobby.
In the lobby? Great.
So I'm going to send Killjoy, Atrocity, a PSN message.
Well, if I remember correctly, Mr. Atrocity took a 3-2 victory over Killjoy on Thursday.
That is correct. So a first to 5 would be a very nice run back of sorts.
Absolutely. We do have a bit of a Sunday run back theme going for these Sunday streams, so that would be really, really cool.
Well, I must be honest with you, this will be quite a treat if Atrocity is able to join tonight, because we all saw it happening on Wednesday. He's responded. Hell yeah, said invite. Here we go.
What a butchie!
It's
awesome.
as simple as that, isn't it?
Yeah, Mr. Atrocity is always keen to dish out some damage. And yes, guys, we're going to see a run back from last Thursday's match between these two. Atrocity managing to take that one 3-2 over Killjoy. So I'm not sure whether Killjoy knows who his opponent is actually going to be tonight.
I'm sure when he sees Atrocity's name pop up, he's going to want to go.
He's going to lick his lips. He's going to be licking his lips, and he's going to be thinking,
meat. Speaking of meat, Brian, do you mind just sending a notice to all the groups just to let them know what's about to go down on CharlieWolf Gaming?
Yes, I can do that.
In the meantime, we'll just await Atrocity's arrival, and then we'll get match number 2 underway, guys. First to 5 between Killjoy and Atrocity. Atrocity has arrived.
Here we go.
And I think on that note, guys, let's get back into the tournament screen. Let's get some names changed here on top.
And let me get the message out to the people. to the FGC of Africa.
Cassie Cage. Get over here.
So I'm going to actually call it now. You know, these guys have obviously played their part in the collision course already. They will not be taking part in the next 2 weeks because they're giving over to their next teams, Team 2 and Team 3. But I think the winner of this set will just have a little bit of ammunition to take to the rest of his team to say, guys, we can win this thing. So this is not just a friendly, guys. This is Killjoy and Atrocity. So there's nothing friendly here other than the fact that both these guys want to come out on the other side. And already we're seeing the flawless block starting.
Crazy tech already.
But what I'm really happy to see right now, Brian, is the fact that Atrocity seems to be much more comfortable on the PS4. We do know at the beginning stages of his PS4 tenure, he was more, he prefers the PC because the controller is easier to play with, the timing is a bit better. But I think he's managed to, you know, work his way around it, and he's definitely looking much more comfortable on PC now.
Yeah, definitely. And playing a Scorpion these days, which is quite rare to see. I mean, he has been recently, but when I first saw the screen after having sent the messages out to the groups, I was convinced that Atrocity was actually the Cassie pick and Killjoy was the Scorpion, but I was wrong. So this is cool. I mean, we know that he plays the entire roster, but it's nice to see him bringing the Scorpion out on stream as well.
No, for sure. Exactly, let me just do that quickly. Bit of a delayed reaction there, Brian. I do apologize, but you know, when you're seeing action like this, you don't want to see a little thumbnail moving. You want to see some high quality stuff here on. And
some full screen action.
Oh, I think we might see a brutality. Yes, we are. We are. Atrocity means business.
No, Killjoy.
Sorry, Killjoy.
Yeah. Killjoy's the Cassie. That's what surprised me initially as well. And that will definitely be a little bit of a how's your father from Thursday.
Well, you know, from my point of view, you love to see it.
I love to see it. I've got a massive smile on my face right now. So that's awesome. Atrocity, was that you who dished out the 10 respect or Atrocity?
Definitely not me.
All right, good. So we're seeing some grudging respect being paid here. And yeah, game 2. Killjoy staying with Cassie, obviously, and Atrocity moving over to his very dangerous Liu Kang. I like the skin that he's got rocking here as well. I like the old tattooed Liu. One of my favorite parts in story mode is when they have that flashback to all the different timeline Raidens and Liu Kangs fighting. That was a cool scene.
Oh yeah. Right at the end of the initial.
You see Liu in, because I mean, if you sort of played the game, the story mode first, you wouldn't have unlocked any of that stuff, and you see Liu with his like badass tattoos and all the different skins. It was super cool. All right, here we go. Oh, this Cassie is looking super mean. Nice roll there. Into those staggers. 9-frame mid. Loading up that bicycle kick crushing blow. And applying all sorts of pressure in this corner now. Oh, lovely work by Killjoy to turn the tables there. But Atrocity with the back throw. Lovely work by him.
Oh,
here we go.
And gets punished for it. Atrocity
All
taking
right.
that first round of game number 2.
And looking quite comfortable with this Liu as well. Starts a bit of zoning. Makes his way in. Killjoy takes the opportunity. Oh, those long normals. Beautiful work by Atrocity to just step back, force the whiff. Lovely micro duck.
We're seeing a little bit of everything here. The escape fails, so the throw crushing blow has also been landed. I think he might have also charged up his bicycle kick.
Got that. He's definitely got that crushing blow charge. Jeepers, a high level play that we're seeing here. Oh, that's Cassie. Oh, as he gets the crushing blow, that's going to close out.
I don't think this will kill. I'm sure this is going to leave Atrocity with a little bit of life left. 75.
Oh, wow, quite a lot of life, actually. Oh my word! And the wake up fatal to take the game and level us at 1-all. That was dirty.
Well, we do know Atrocity. I mean, we've played Atrocity on several occasions on PC, Brian, and we know that he's just one of those players where you can't expect him to be normal. He will throw out the most random of random shit, yet it will always be effective.
Exactly. It seems calculated, doesn't it?
It's similar to, and I mean, you know, it's probably not on the same level, but you know, a couple of weeks ago we were referring to Ngoni's Nightwolf's shoulder charge, which seemed to be very YOLO.
Yeah, but it
hit like 99% of the time. So how YOLO actually?
YOLO?
Yeah,
exactly. Well, I think that Mr. AI Killjoy is going to feel a little bit hard done by there, and probably going to come into this third game a little bit angry, which is cool.
Well, I don't think we definitely haven't seen a character switch. I'm not sure if we've seen a variation switch. No, we haven't.
Nope.
No, still very much Yas Queen or Yas Queen or whatever I don't know how you millennials pronounce these words nowadays.
Yas Queen.
Yas Queen.
I believe. I don't know.
Killjoy starting with the reverse grab there.
I was born in the 80s, so what do I know? Little bit of zoning from both characters now. Just feeling each other out. A little bit of respect being shown in the early exchanges. Geez, lovely flawless block.
Lovely seems to, I mean, in terms of flawless blocking, the one player, especially from South Africa, that I think, again, personally, I think has mastered the art of flawless blocking is in fact Mac 5 Bio.
Yeah.
Ooh, crushing blow there, foot to the rib cage.
Does that do dot damage?
No, it does not. It doesn't.
Okay, so not a hugely damaging crushing blow.
I think this might just do it. No. But that's going to close it out for Killjoy.
Lovely work there by Killjoy to close out round 1.
Round 2.
And Mr. CharlieWolf, I'm going to ask you to make the screen big again if you go.
I wonder if this is starting to develop into a real rivalry. You know, a Nadal versus Djokovic type rivalry between Atrocity and Killjoy. A Liverpool versus United rivalry.
Yeah, that's a very cool prospect. I like the way you've just described that.
Because these guys have probably faced each other quite often over the last 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, I've definitely seen some stuff on Twitter, some talk, you know. So, lovely use of that interactable. Drops the combo though, and Atrocity starting to get a little bit of momentum of his own going here, but no, not enough. Killjoy.
We're going to see another brutality. Yep,
another brutality.
See it again.
Another brutality. And remind me, was any respect shown for Atrocity when he won his match, or are we seeing an angry Killjoy? What do you think?
You know what? I've seen Killjoy in a recent interview with Sheldon on his channel, and it doesn't look like the dude can actually get angry. But in terms of maybe trying to send out a statement, I think so.
Awesome.
I think so. And I mean, we love to see it.
Ngoni in chat. Hello, sir. Good to see you, buddy. Saying that YOLO works a lot. Obviously, his what's it when you talk about something, your ears burn or something? You must have.
Sea of blood.
You must have sensed that we were talking about his Nightwolf. Mr. Art Department has also rocked up in the chat. Hello, sir. And he says he's here for some good sweaty action. Well, he's getting some good sweaty action. The match that you are witnessing right now, not an original match that was scheduled on the cards, but definitely one that is super cool and we really wanted to see. So Atrocity stuck with his Liu Kang.
And I think it's the right choice. I mean, his Scorpion is strong, his Liu Kang is strong.
Oh, lovely staggering that. Oh, and another flawless block. You love to see it.
What I'm enjoying about watching Killjoy in this particular set here, Brian, is that even when Atrocity does dish out those flawless blocks, it doesn't seem to phase him.
Yeah.
You know, he's obviously a player at that level that will look at the flawless block and say, well, that's part of the game.
Yeah.
As easy as it is for Atrocity to pull it off, I'm sure likewise it's easy for Killjoy to pull one of those off as well. So, you know, just part of the game. Atrocity fighting back nicely here, trying to just get rid of that life lead. But unfortunately, suffers the 1-1-1 into the special kick move.
And talking about not being phased, Killjoy just not panicking there in the corner, didn't let himself get flustered by that Atrocity pressure, and
there we see
speaking
it.
of flawless blocks, yep, called it. Here we go again. Once again, Killjoy just not being phased by that corner pressure, just staying patient.
You kind of almost look at this match and think to yourself, like, even though it wasn't scheduled, it was meant to happen.
I was thinking that earlier when you said, why don't I invite Atrocity? I was like, this is serendipity at work, yeah.
And I mean, it just looks like these two guys just love playing each other. Killjoy once again going for that brutality and saying, you know what, I'm going to keep sending the same statement until you get it in your head, Atrocity, that, you know what, you might have won the battle, but when it comes to a war,
it's still very much on.
Absolutely, and at this point in time, it looks like Killjoy is...
And Mr. Andy Otam has pointed something out that I've never noticed before, and he's pointed it out in chat, that brutality actually has two endings. At the end of the last one, she actually shot him in the head to finish that off. And then this one she didn't. So that's interesting. Andy Otam has always got these like little bits of trivia. Like, I don't know if you've seen his video from his YouTube channel about all the
changes to the patch.
No. All the taunts and stuff that you don't get in online play.
Daddy's girl.
I have
Where the guys, yeah, each character, and he pointed out Kotal specifically, have got all these lines of dialogue that you just don't hear in online play or Combat League. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, Andy. But yeah, so there's a whole myriad of dialogue that we never get to hear in online play, which is quite interesting. And he's clipped them all. Like, he actually speaks in Oshtek and all sorts of weird stuff. It's cool.
The Yoshman is in chat. The Yoshman, who also goes by the name of I Talk Shit But Can't Back It Up. That's the second longest name in FGC history.
Oh, we've got a Cassie mirror. I didn't notice that until now.
Atrocity's gone for the Digital Soldier variation, which I do know he plays quite comfortably.
Yep. Yeah. I've been ended by this Digital Soldier many times. It's a robot to the nether regions, nether realm.
Oh, great flawless block there on drops the combo ender, but manages to just continue with the new combo and lands it quite nicely. Flawless block,
and what amazing play by Atrocity to bring that round back, because he was looking at a bit of a life deficit there, and yeah, just showed some incredible tech to come back into that. Beautiful stuff.
The Stacks AI Cortex in chat laughing. Unfortunately, AI Cortex wasn't able to play tonight, guys, but he's here and he's watching this match, I'm sure, with a fair amount of interest here, because, you know, I'm sure for the Zambia boys, must still be feeling a little bit of the pain of the collision course. And right now, Atrocity dishing out that pain yet again. This is going to give about 14 life left.
But,
oh, yeah, we're going to see a brutality of his own.
Oh, we are indeed. She has no head left. No head. It's gone. But guys, I do also just want to reiterate, we keep on sort of mentioning the 9-8 that happened last Thursday. Guys, bear in mind that that is only week 1. We have got many more weeks to go. Well, not many more, but more weeks to go where the competition will continue. So Zambia certainly not out of it, and South Africa not with a comfortable lead, but a lead nonetheless.
Yeah, it's barely a lead, isn't it? I mean,
Mini me.
that entire scenario changes after the first game of week 2.
Exactly.
So that's just how close it is. And you know, we were questioned on Thursday regarding the scoring, because I think at that point it looked like it was an absolute runaway for Zambia. But I'm hoping now with that everybody can see the scoring is actually just perfect.
Yep, and once again, as we keep saying, every game counts. Every single game. And yeah, Mr. AI Cortex saying, pain, question mark, lol, nah, we're chilling, can't win everything. Fair enough, dude, fair enough.
I think that's just a little band-aid there, Cortex. I think you guys are feeling quite a bit of pain.
Oh my word, Cassie's down 2 is absolutely useless. God, that thing whips for nothing. But Atrocity taking quite a beating in that first round there.
How much you would have bet me, Brian? And I'm not sure if you're a betting man or not, but I'm almost willing to bet here that this game ends in a brutality, whatever way it goes.
I don't think that I'll be taking that bet, because I think that you are on the money, but I certainly am a betting man. In fact, I played a little poker yesterday.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, managed to win my money back, so can't complain.
Let's take this conversation offline, shall we?
Yeah. Alright, we got a match going on here, and even on life at the moment, both in Fatal Bro territory, and both being a little bit sensitive. Low projectile, that kneecapping, not a low projectile, a low profile by her, but what is it? Is it a mid hitting?
It's a mid hitting, yeah, but it's very effective. I mean, it's one of those projectiles that's quick, it's fast, it's low profile, certain projectiles, and a very effective tool.
Yeah, low profile's just about everything. So
He's coming back nicely here.
Yeah.
Cassie picks seem to have worked well for him.
Yeah. His Cassie is super duper strong. So yeah, looking quite good at the moment. But Killjoy's having none of it right now. The spacing from these two guys is just so good. They know exactly where they need to be. They know exactly what range they need to be playing at. It's very, very impressive to watch.
Tries to shimmy there, both characters, and both just not falling for it.
Yeah, like I said, both these guys play a very sort of. I mean, you wouldn't say so by how many blows that they. There we go. Atrocity manages to eke out that round, and we don't see a brutality. So I should have taken that bet.
You should have taken the bet, but I think at this point in time, especially after going down by 3-1, Atrocity was just extremely happy to get the win under his belt, and that's exactly what he did.
And now we see a 3-3, and this is every bit the match I thought it was going to be, even though I didn't know it was going to happen at the beginning of the evening. And 34 people in chat right now. Thank you so much for joining us this Sunday evening, folks. If you haven't yet, please just close the chat for 2 seconds and smash the like button. And then come back into the chat and start throwing some shade around.
Zombie Classic in chat, Mr. Stacks, Mr. Zaza, legendary league winner himself, AI Cortex.
And we've got Zaza in chat as well. Also, unfortunately not being able to play tonight, but is here to support Mr. Killjoy, I would imagine.
And hopefully try to just ease the pain a bit, am I right, guys?
Yeah. Killjoy sticking with his Cassie pick once more. I think at this point, if he hasn't changed from Cassie yet, it's not probably going to happen. So.
You know, I'm actually thinking about that very thing happening right now. And when Killjoy said to me that he wouldn't mind playing on Sunday, the reason why I wanted to play is he said he wanted to try something. And I wonder if this is that something he wanted to try.
Okay. Interesting. Atrocity getting himself into a pretty comfortable life lead here, but Killjoy fighting his way back. Is going to start applying some of that corner pressure now.
It's a fairly decent corner combo there, 300 damage.
Huge stuff. But now the tables are turned slightly. Atrocity going to look to... Oh, and the fatal blow to close out round 1. Just as I was about to say, Atrocity's getting himself back into this. That's the end of that. Killjoy. 1 round. In the bag.
Ready.
Round 2. Fight.
4-4 game incoming, says Carlisle. Let's see.
Oh, lovely anti-air by Atrocity there. Capitalizes quite nicely for 127 damage. Not too insane. But he'll get some decent damage here. 244.
Killjoy now fighting back. Just gets the forward grab, takes Cassie a bit closer to the corner.
Forward grab. 1 Cassie. Takes a robot to the nether regions.
Great throw there by Atrocity, and now he's got Killjoy in the corner, trying to work his way out. Is Killjoy. This is gonna hurt.
Oh, that's a decent punish there. Little 237 damage there. Oh, lovely flawless block. Crazy. Oh,
there's the useless down 2 that seemed to have done the trick this time around, and here we have it yet again. The brutality.
Another brutality.
I wonder if we're gonna see the gunshot. Yep, we're gonna see the gunshot this time.
The one time Cassie's down 2 actually lands. It works out big time for Mr. AI Killjoy, and he goes to 4 games. 4 games. This is a back and forth match we're seeing here. Awesome stuff.
My bad. That breakaway was pointless.
Brutal, boys, says Mr. Stacks. Yeah, this is absolutely brutal.
Well, I mean, I kind of compare that brutality a little bit to Robocop's brutality, probably from the point of view that it's quite a long animation. But I actually think that Cassie's is even better than Robocop's.
It's long, but it's not too long.
I was just going to question that choice there by Trust now looking at the Getters and thinks against it and goes for the upgraded pick. Now,
we're going to see the besties going at it.
Well, here's the thing about this particular pick. If there's one person in the entire FGC Africa community that knows upgraded, it's AI Killjoy. So it's going to be quite interesting to see if what Atrocity brings to the table with this character is going to be enough to, to get the best of AI Killjoy, because this is his character.
Well, I mean, if he starts to anti-air that bionic bounce, then Atrocity might be in a bit of trouble. Doesn't this time. Upgraded is a disgusting variation.
Well, as you can see, Atrocity already having used both his offensive bar of meter here, so
yeah.
Trying to get back here, but Killjoy relentless at this point in time at least.
Yeah, Killjoy smells blood in the water. He is definitely going for the kill. Wants to close this out right now. And
how's that for defense there, Brian? I mean, absolutely top-notch defense there by Killjoy. He didn't even look phased. And I mean, all he was doing was blocking overheads. He was blocking lows. He was blocking 1-1s. He was blocking just about everything.
Oh, as you say, I mean, he obviously knows this character backwards because, yeah, defense is on point.
And I think the one thing about facing an upgraded player is that if you are unable to deal with her, she can just be so oppressive.
Yeah,
and Killjoy
totally.
just seems to know exactly how to get around this particular character.
Well, I'll definitely be taking some notes because upgraded is a variation that just gives me absolute nightmares. So, yeah, Killjoy doing an amazing job at nullifying a very, very difficult character. Oh, he misses that fatal blow, and I think this is going to do it. Oh.
Yep. And
Yep.
that's probably got to feel good. He's probably going to finish it off with a friendship. Nope, not at all.
No. There is no love lost between these two, clearly.
Bilal in chat saying buff upgraded. Absolutely, Bilal. She's the one character in this game, besides Rambo, that needs an absolute buff. I'm with you 100%, Bilal. AI Cortex saying clapped. Say that same thing there, AI Cortex, when something's on the line. I'm just kidding with you guys. You know I love you.
Well, guys, Mr. Killjoy getting his revenge from
Of sorts.
But that's got to feel good for Killjoy. But once again, what a quality match we've seen from these two guys. And I don't think that's the last we'll see.
No, I actually hope it's not going to be the last.
No, I kind of say that as it's a fact. We're going to make it happen again, surely.
Well, just a big thank you to Atrocity for actually coming through at such short notice to take on Killjoy's experiment. And Killjoy, from my mouth, all I can say is that if that Cassie was what you wanted to try, it seems to have worked.
Yep.
So, Mr. 5000 in chat, welcome, saying buff upgraded. No, absolutely, absolutely.
Absolutely. Why not?
That's the one character that hasn't been getting any love in Mortal Kombat from NRS, from the developers there. And, when the new upgrade package comes out, what's it, MK11 Ultimate?
MK11 Ultimate.
Tyler Lansdowne did in fact confirm that in addition to the 3 characters that we're getting, we're also getting a couple of balance patches.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, from your point of view, I'm sure you guys are all hoping that upgraded gets
the buff it deserves.
The buff it deserves, absolutely. Now, forward 3 needs to be a 6-frame overhead.
Disgusting.
And
Absolutely disgusting.
And a back 3 needs to be unblockable. Guys, that's 2 matches gone. I wouldn't mind at all if they actually just removed upgraded completely from the roster. But anyway, some trolling for you guys.
Anyway, okay, right, cool. So guys,
it's been a good 2 games so far.
It's been an awesome 2 games so far. Timeless Dawn will be very, very proud of his 5-zip win over Valve Overkill, and then of course what we've just seen. A lovely run back from last Thursday, Mr. AI Killjoy taking it over Atrocity this time. But you definitely know that there's going to be a trilogy. We need a Return of the Jedi. See what happens next. But the main event, Mr. CharlieWolf. Tell us.
I actually wanted to just point out there because one thing that these guys actually said to me is like, why must we be the main event? And my response to them was, well, actually, there is no main event tonight. They're all first to 5s. They just happen to be match number 3 of the evening.
True. Okay. True. All right. I apologize for talking it up, guys.
No. I mean, let's go. There's a bit of a special feeling about this particular match.
Certainly.
Because we are seeing the so-called return of Parashurama, the good doctor, the coach himself. Mm-hmm. Representing South Africa on Wednesday in the collision course week 2 against Zambia. And what better way to kind of just say, you know what, before you tackle the Zambian Oaks, get used to being on stream again. You haven't been here for a while. And RDW was also part of Team South Africa. Said, okay, cool, he'll play as well. So yeah, that's how the game came about. And it's Parashurama versus RDW in match number 3. The
this
final
is
match.
Be so cool. Mr. Riyad Daniels is obviously RDW's biggest fan. RDW, every time I say RDW, I think of Darkwing Duck for some reason. If you were a kid when I was a kid, then maybe that'll be something to some of you.
DW and Launchpad and all those
Launchpad,
cool guys.
Yeah.
The memories, gosh.
Hey, Sheldsbull is back. Hey, buddy. Yeah, guys. So So yes, Mr. Parasorama and RDW in a friendly exhibition match on one of our very casual Sunday streams. I think you need some elevator music or something for these Sunday streams. Mr. Jim Chori has also arrived in the chat. Hello, Jumpin' Jacks. Jim Bob, how you doing? Zane says, time to Kotal Para. Well, let's see. I have actually got, at this point, after Mr. Parasorama's hiatus from the game, have absolutely no idea who he's going to be bringing to the table today. So, very, very interested to see what's going to go down here.
Well, what we do know is that there's so many characters that you can choose from.
Zombie Classic says Lord Killjoy is here. Yes, an absolute corker of a performance by Mr. AI Killjoy this evening. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Shelterbull says Para's going to take Superman.
Shelter God.
The Shelter God himself.
Guys, I know it's still early days, but November is coming, and one of the things that CharlieWolf Gaming is going to be doing in November is making a small little return to MKX. So if you are an MKX player and you want to take part in an MKX event to be confirmed in November, just stay tuned to CharlieWolf Gaming, look for further information, and the moment there's some more information available, you guys will be the first to know.
Aztec Ass Kicker. Cage 2.0. Tournament.
Okie dokie. Very excited about this. So we're seeing a Kotal and a Cassie. No surprise to see the Kotal pick from Mr. RDW. Very, very, very strong Kotal.
Can bear the burden of command.
Jax's shoes are damn big ones to fill.
You wear your new role well.
Round 1. Fight!
The humble Kotal Khan giving Cassie some words of advice, but after giving her such wonderful words of advice, he's probably going to chop her head off or something.
Going to beat her skull in. That's a true lesson. RDW putting that sun out. Every time he walks into it, regains a little bit of life. But Mr. Parasorama, we've seen some Cassies tonight. We're seeing another one.
We have seen some Cassies tonight.
Definitely been the Cassie show this evening. And Mr. Kotal Khan takes a robot to the balls.
RDW just taking some time to get used to the pace of the game, I think. A lot of those large normals that Kotal Khan utilizes just coming out a little bit too late. We obviously know that because those normals have such range, they're probably going to sacrifice a bit of speed.
Yeah, absolutely. Parasorama doing a great job there of just shooting those projectiles off while RDW was in that sun, so that every time he sort of managed to gain a little bit of life back, that chip damage just kind of took it away again. Very clever play.
Well, I'm sure for Parasorama, having taken a little bit of time off from Mortal Kombat 11, it's probably going to feel like riding a bicycle. You know, getting on and just finding your feet again. Probably comes so natural for this guy. I mean, we do know that he's one of the best players in the FGC Africa community, and even though he has taken some time off, kind of just continuing from where he left off.
Well, it's kind of one of those things. Sometimes that little sort of break actually does you some good, and you come back with a bit of a fresh perspective. So, looking very, very comfortable at the moment. That second round was hardcore, man. Hardcore. And Parasorama taking a 1-0 lead over RDW. And we've got the Grooty himself in chat. Mr. Parasurama's teammate for this coming Wednesday's Collision Course 3v3. Riyad Daniels continues to show that unwavering support for RDW. Dominating the chat with his R's, his D's, and his W's.
Sweet crib.
Better with the SA colors, says Thunder Grootboom. Andy Otam, as you mentioned, making quite an interesting observation here. I mean, the 950 health is going against the 1100 health Kotal Khan, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it 1100 or is it 1150?
Well, we'll wait and see once the intros have rocked, and we can confirm that.
Do not start Interrealm War.
Reiko Accords no longer bind.
The Reiko Accords. Where's Reiko? I want Reiko back in
He's
the
still
game.
stuck somewhere in Mortal Kombat 4.
Competitors, Commander.
Oh man, he hasn't made an appearance. He was probably in Armageddon because they all
I'm sure he was. 1100 it is.
1100 it is.
Okay, so RDW is starting to fight a little bit now, finding his feet a bit.
Yeah, using those long. Oh, the lovely use of the unblockable there. Making good use of those long Kotal normals.
Up, flawless block, and gets the full punish there.
Beautiful flawless block.
Didn't get the ender with that combo though.
Yeah, that's a dangerous combo to commit to if you're Kotal Khan. That overhead very reactable. So as we saw there with the flawless block, and it takes another robot to the short curlies.
Round 2.
And Parasurama closes out round 1. Zoning. A bit of kneecapping. And RDW just walking straight in and getting thrown for his troubles.
Okay, gets thrown, has the sun there, so slightly less damage, but... Oh. Not sure that was an input error there.
Yeah, I think it must have been. Forces the breakaway, and Parasurama capitalizing on the breakaway really, and getting himself a little bit of damage there. RDW with that unblockable.
Para just walking in there for the grab, and so far RDW hasn't been able to take any of the grabs that Para's thrown his way, so definitely something he's going to have to just include in this game if he's going to have any sort of chance against Parasurama, because as things stand now, Parasurama's kind of stormed into a 2-0 lead.
And ends it with his trademark humble sweep.
Humble sweep.
The humble sweep. Shells the ball, starting a little bit of a chat war here. Para to Rama. RDW, lots of support in the chat. Needs to draw from his supporters' energy to get back into this. Parasurama looking very, very comfortable with Cassie at the moment.
Only an hour.
I mean, you don't really wish a loss on anyone, but I wouldn't mind seeing Parasurama taking a one-game loss just to see if he picks somebody else. I just wanna see him play some more characters, really.
Well, what I do know, we're seeing him on stream tonight, but I can guarantee you he's been playing quite a few characters in the lab.
Yeah.
And I mean, as we can see, you know, he's donning his South African outfit, so he's going out full force to represent South Africa on Wednesday. So, Zambia, beware.
Andrew Solomon says, nerf Parasurama. Well,
Nah, I think he needs a buff there, Andrew. I think he needs a buff there.
maybe we can.
Bionic bounce or something.
Yeah, maybe we can nerf him tonight and then buff him again on Wednesday.
No, he definitely needs a buff. He doesn't need a nerf. He's nicely balanced. Okay, RDW is starting to find some gaps here, and he's exploiting it.
Yeah, just playing a little bit patiently there. Lovely walk back, forces the whiff. needs to be patient. Parasurama has decided, I'm going to attack now.
Great.
Lovely
Well,
work.
I think that's where the 950 comes into play there, because I'm sure if on 1,000 damage character, it would have probably just had a little bit of life left.
Yeah, I would imagine so. And
Nice.
and as you mentioned that, I'll just sort of say, you know, Cassie having to do so much work to make a dent in that 1,100. So it's a very interesting dynamic that we've got going on here.
And then in addition to that, Brian, he's also got access to that this Praise the Sun. So is it
Yes.
really 1,100? Because it could easily be 1,2, 1,250, 1,3, depending on how long he spends in that.
Very, very good point. Oh, reacts and but a very clever amplify on that unblockable there. Doing great work there. And Mr. RDW is on the board. You love to see it.
Well, he's found himself in that third game there, and you know, as convincing as the first game was for Parasurama, equally so that third game for RDW.
Yeah, he was looking really good.
Yeah, his spacing was on point, his patience was on point. Couple of whiffs came in there as well with the low starter. So definitely a clever game there that RDW played, and yeah, you love to see it.
Yeah, a great adjustment by RDW in that third game. As you said, just great spacing, forcing a few whiffs and then taking full advantage. Lovely use of that unblockable as well. Clearly Mr. Parasurama knows how to deal with it, but RDW mixing it up nicely there, amplifying it at the right time, and now we see a Shang Tsung.
Now, we've seen this on stream before, Brian. We've seen this on stream before, and this particular Shang Tsung is no joke.
Crazy stuff.
He keeps you away, and that's the game that Parasurama will play with the Shang Tsung. He'll get under his opponent's skin, and I think we might just be seeing that tonight. Well, having said that, Kotal Khan does have access to the Kitty Pounce, which is projectile immune, so that might also come into play in this particular match.
Absolutely, and again, I mean, as Parasurama was throwing those ground skulls out, you could see that RDW was coming in with those really long normals. Unfortunately, he hadn't quite found his range yet, but I think Parasurama will be wary of that now because Kotal's going to get in if he needs to. But Parasurama playing a very patient game here. There we go. There's an example of what I was talking about. Blocks that first ground skull and then has the range to come in and punish.
No armor break there.
Breakaway. Oh, that armor break is devastating.
That's
Lovely work by RDW. Yeah, interesting stuff that we're seeing here. I mean, I'm kind of seeing
that's
Kotal
scaled quite a bit.
Quite a bit indeed.
Oh, that's so unfortunate because I must be honest with you, Brian. I thought that was absolute death.
I thought that was done and dusted myself. But, wow. Good stuff. RDW will probably feel a little bit robbed there.
Round 2. Fight!
Well, I think what RDW should have possibly done in that situation before Shang Tsung was able to do that fatal blow is do the RDW special, which is basically start the combo string into a Praise the Sun.
Yeah.
Let's see if he's able to fight his way back now. Both fatal blows have been used.
Although, you know, having said what you just said, I think that in that situation you're probably so surprised that you don't have the presence of mind.
Well, that could very well be the case there. Parasurama landing that low, but yes, great work there by RDW. Landing the low again, and this might just hurt.
Oh, he's going to turn himself into a Kotal. Got himself a little bit of a damage buff as well. And, ouchies. 168 for that throw. Parasurama doing a great job. And, yeah. His Shang Tsung takes it.
Well, I'm still feeling a little bit sorry for RDW there after that first round because that finish with the fatal blow, I honestly thought that was going to do enough. And I mean, it's Kotal. He normally eats like a truck.
Yeah,
And I mean, if you look at somebody like Joker, sorry to break your word there, Brian. If you look at somebody like Joker, who has absolutely no scaling on his particular fatal blow,
yeah, it's bullshit.
and yet the big body character in Kotal Khan with access to the big normals and big damage and sun buffs and you name it, scales so horribly that you kind of wonder how fair it actually is.
Yeah, that kind of seemed a bit like sunlight robbery.
I think so too.
But Parasurama taking full advantage and then taking the second round quite comfortably. So, yeah, Mr. RDW's got some work to do now. Parasurama looking at a match point here. No?
No, it's 3-1. It's 3-1.
Oh, 3-1. Sorry, thought that was 4.
You are neither God nor Khan.
The dad jokes.
Then what am I, Shang Tsung?
Yes. Let's watch the intro. Shang Tsung's badass, man. From the movie. If you guys haven't seen the original Mortal Kombat movie released in 94 or 95?
Then I'm going to end the stream.
Yeah. Do yourselves a favor, man.
Just
One of
stay
the
away
coolest-
from the second one. Stay away from the sequel.
No, the second one was absolute rubbish. I did watch it again this weekend, like I said I would.
Yeah.
It holds up, man. It's been a cool movie.
No, the first one is.
Yeah.
RDW unfortunately letting go of block there on that third ground skull.
Did well to avoid that corpse drop, but has landed himself in the corner after his kitty pounce. Great use of the unblockable again. That thing does quite a bit more damage than you think it does. Oh, the crushing blow. Both these guys in fatal blow territory. I don't think either of them is going to use it at this point. And again, oh, ground eruption finishes out for Parasurama. But again, we saw their the advantage of having that 1,100 life.
Okay, RDW kind of needs to capitalize now with Shang Tsung not having access to breakaway.
Yeah. He doesn't have access to breakaway himself as either.
Great timing on the unblockable. Tries it again, but gets clipped this time. Down one, special cancel into the ground skulls. Eats 208 damage.
RDW looking strong now.
Just
Got-
must time that unblockable.
By a split second. Oh, and the overhead, I was not expecting that overhead to hit, but it did. And RDW takes round 2, sending this into a third round. Both of them still have access to their fatal blow, so somebody could get MK11 at any time. And we see the Mortal Kombat 2 background.
There was a secret character attached to this background, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Jade.
I think it was.
Yeah,
I know that
you use light kick or low kick or
Low
whatever
kick.
it's called for both rounds
Yeah,
without access to any other button, and you would unlock Jade. Something like that.
something along those lines. But yeah, Mortal Kombat 2, my all-time favorite of the Mortal Kombat. That's why I love this stage so much. It just brings back all those memories. But Mr. Parasurama looking like he's gonna take this. Sorry, busy talking about the backgrounds here and this game going on.
Well,
And
here's
there we go.
something to think about
Parasurama.
with that background with that background being shown now. Imagine a stage fatality that can only be activated when the subway background appears in the retrocade.
That would be cool because there was a
And-
stage fatality in MK3 with that.
That's correct. And I mean, whether it's pixelated or not.
Yeah, no, it would be even cooler if it was pixelated.
NetherRealm, NRS, come on.
Do us a favor. Do us a
There's a
favor.
balance patch coming, and maybe there's a couple of other changes. So is
No, look, I'm sure that when Combat Pack 2 comes out, we'll definitely see some more stage fatalities. We'll definitely see some more, hopefully some new brutalities. Lots of cool stuff being added to the game. Just giving it a little bit more longevity. We want more MK11.
No, that goes without saying. Potentially the last match of the evening, guys. But let's
Potentially.
see if RDW has something else in his mind.
Potentially the last match of the evening, a bitter sweet thought. Here we are.
Kombat, for those of you who don't know, that is AI Killjoy in chat now as well.
Then
Good games,
what
buddy.
am I?
I'm
Well
sure
done,
Atrocity is going to have
Round 1.
an invitation for yet another match between the two of you.
Yeah, definitely something I would like to see.
Okay,
Yeah.
Shang Tsung tries to cancel into the ground eruptions. Trying to play a bit of footsters here. Rami coming out on top. Forces the air escape. RDW. Not sure how safe that.
The pizza throw is.
Yeah, in this variation, he doesn't have the amplify.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure myself.
Andy Otam is in chat. I'm sure he knows.
He definitely knows. But will he keep his information to himself? I doubt it. But yeah, Shang Tsung really capitalizing on that corner position and eating away at Mr. RDW's life. Finishes it with that corpse drop.
-7 says Andy Otam.
Okay, so somewhat safe. Yeah, safe. Pretty much, unless it's Garrus or Stubbles.
Yeah, but the worst they can do is down one.
Is down one. A huge punish, down one. When they introduce the down one crushing blow in the next patch.
Well, I think Jackie will get that. RDW whiffing there. Parry is a match point, by the way.
Yeah, Para on match point.
Great presence of mind there.
RDW fighting his way back into this. If I'm honest, I want to see this go to round 3 at least. Oh, crushing blow. Corpse drop. Oh, lovely little short up to avoid the amplified corpse drop.
Yeah, it looked nice, but unfortunately not really too effective because there was no real follow-up from there. Other than eating quite a bit more damage, and I think this might just close it.
Only a true master? No.
We're going to see a mercy. No, we're going to see a friendship. And how did I know that? Because it's the good doctor himself.
It's the good doctor himself. The friendliest beast on the MK11 circuit. And that little friendship is also that harkens back to the MK2 days.
I recall that indeed. Well, guys, that was your Sunday fun day. Sunday combat taking place tonight. We've had 3 matches for you all in the first to 5 setting. We've had Timeless Dawn going up against Valved Overkill. That one, unfortunately, if you were Valved Overkill, going down 5 games to 0 over against Timeless Dawn. Great games to Timeless Dawn, and I'm sure we're going to see Valved Overkill come back onto CharlieWolf Gaming, looking for some blood, because I'm sure, as we've said on stream tonight, Brian, we've seen Valved Overkill play much better than what he did. We know that he can play much better, and I'm sure that he'll want another chance to redeem himself.
Well, I mean, I would like to just remind everybody in chat as well that it was Valved Overkill who actually won that Elimination Chamber top 8. So, yeah, certainly has more to show, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And then the second match of the evening, unfortunately not going as per the schedule. AI Killjoy came through, went up against Atrocity in the first to 5, and got a little bit of revenge for Thursday night's loss in the collision course. AI Killjoy taking that by 5 games to 3.
That was a saucy match.
Absolutely. And then finally, the return of the good doctor himself, Parasurama, taking it 5 games to 1 over RDW 17. And that has been your Sunday stream.
Yeah, that is awesome stuff. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Well, the matches were absolutely fantastic. Great to see Para Killjoy on any stream just makes the stream that much better. Valve Overkill and Timeless Dawn, their first appearances on CharlieWolf Gaming, so great to see that. And yeah, hopefully there'll be more hype matches, there'll be more first time streamers, and there'll be more returns on CharlieWolf Gaming.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that we also need to get that Xbox stream going at some point.
We do indeed. I'm sure Carlisle Marshall is licking his lips waiting to take on some Xbox competition on CharlieWolf Gaming. And guys, as a community, if we are going to see that happen, we trust that you will be here to support them as well.
Absolutely.
And then on that note, Brian, from CharlieWolf's point of view, Wednesday is the day. Week number 2 of the Collision Course. South Africa in a slender lead. Going into week number 2, leading by 9 points to 8. We've got we've got Parasurama, we've got I Am Gruti, and we've got Matt5 Bio going up against a Zambia team who is yet to be confirmed, but from what I know thus far, it seems to be Law 837 as well as Mwelele Zaza.
Yeah, so the guys are talking, the guys are planning. SA ready and rearing to go, like you say, defending that very, very slender lead. It's gonna be crazy. I'm so looking forward to it. It's gonna be so awesome.
So guys, if you're still with us, please don't forget, tune in on Wednesday. It's gonna be absolutely fantastic. And then on that note, Brian, as always, thank you so much for your commentating and everything that you're doing for the community. Really appreciate it. And yeah, like you said, we've got something really awesome planned for you guys. So just watch the space, and if it falls through, or if it comes through, yeah, it's going to be a game changer for FGC Africa.
Absolutely. If it happens, I will absolutely lose my mind. It'll be very, very cool. And yeah, Mr. CharlieWolf, thank you as always for having me. I love being here. I love seeing the guys in chat. I love seeing the guys play. So, yep. Once again, as long as you'll have me, I'll be around.
That's awesome. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, we'll see you on Wednesday. Don't forget, on Monday, we've got Elimination Chamber with AK Slay. On Tuesday, we've got Kombat Africa. On Wednesday, we've got this week CharlieWolf Gaming and week number 2 of the Collision Course. On Thursday, we've got the Battle of the Thrones, if I'm not mistaken, Brian.
Yep. Not its usual Wednesday slot, which is being taken by Collision Course, but Thursday is Battle of the Throne. I believe it's Heaven this time around.
All right. Well, I'm sure we're going to see some heavenly matches there as well.
Oh no! I lie. It's not Heaven. It's actually happening between realms. So.
Is it like on car and ship or something?
Well, no. If you remember in the movie, it's old Shang Tsung's island is described as between realms. So that's kind of the theme we're going with this Thursday.
Okay. Well, guess whose picture's going to be on the landing screen? I wonder.
It's gonna be Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
No, I'm lying.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Take it easy. Rest well. Tune in. And keep combating.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys.